All right, let's go ahead and get in this recap here for Thursday and take a look at some price action. Let's jump up to the 15-minute and kind of see what's going on. So in the morning, we are kind of watching this key area right through here and looking for this to break up to that 200 up here on the 4-hour. You can see how the morning started to break up right here, but we couldn't get that close above. You also had the 21 coming up as a flat top and just starting to flatten out here on the 15-minute, which if you go back and look at your last 24 hours and go back into this price action, you can see that really we're just creating a flat top up here, and we need to break above it. Now, this is why we draw our levels in here. So you're waiting for this to break out of this area and then run up. So that's what you're kind of looking for. And you can see that we never got that, but we did start to get it on the downside. So this broke through on the downside and came back up, and then we're starting to come back down and lose this area. Now, if you go out to your 1 hour during this time, you can see the same time frame. You're watching your 200 coming through here, and this is the area right here that you're watching for it to break down. And if we get above the 200, it would have broke up. If we got down below, we're going down. Now, you also had your stochastics rolling over. You had your MACD still rolling over on the 1 hour, and then you also had your 200 as kind of a cap on the 1 hour. So the 1 hour definitely had more of a bearish settlement for the day, but that's kind of what you're looking for a breakdown. Obviously, down to the daily resistance right down here would have been a good target. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. I'm going to go ahead and reverse this around. Now, this area right here would have been an area that you would start looking at taking the short in. You do want to put your stop up here, up in the higher area. Now, if you go into the 5-minute, you'll be looking at that to see, hey, what's going on? When can I enter this? And it's the same thing. You have the 200 coming up. We couldn't really enter this till you get the break below. So really, in this case, this is the strong entry. And the reason why is because I like to look at stuff with high execution when you're taking advantage of a trade. And that's why I went ahead and start looking at taking it somewhere right in this key area. And the reason why I'm pointing that out is because when you have the 200 coming up and you have the 21 coming down, you can see anywhere into here is 50-50 zone. And we also just had lost this breakdown area, and you could have used that to say, hey, I'm going to go ahead and get into this through here. The reason why I waited for it to get in here, because this is your backtest area, a pretty strong indicator that this was going to break down, and that would have been your opportunity to take advantage of the short. Again, when you get back above the key level of support where you're looking at going, you can see we came back up. It did come back up and test the point of control on the weekly up here, which was 112,500. That was the area. Also, if you're watching for this to break down, that's another key thing to be looking at. Here you can see we kept on held this area support, and then we fell through. So if you were trading this long and you had your stop out, this is where you'd want to exit when you were losing this 200. Because right here you backtested that, or not this 200, but this daily or weekly support area at 112,500. It came up backtested right here. So if you were looking at getting out of a trade, that's where you want to get out. If say if you were in a long, you took a long somewhere up here thinking we're going to break up, or you took it up here breaking out, and depending on where you put your stop, I like to run my stops out. But so say you ran your stop out like this, you got into this, and then when I started to break down here was your exit, just like you're taking this as your entry. It's the same thing though. This is your hard line in the sand, which way the market will go. So it all depends on your trading style. For me, that's kind of how I trade. Like I wouldn't put this tight. I would probably put it a little further out. And then obviously these are lines in the sand for this to reverse. So if it came back up here, I would take it out. So this little bit to this little bit, I would take if this was $100 risk on the market, I would have lost $50, on that. So that's kind of how I look at that. But everybody does it different. So that was the price action for today, and looking for opportunity in the market. Now we're back. We're still above the weekly low here. We're sitting right here in a key level of support yet again. It's already marked on the chart, which is our daily resistance, or our daily support, which has turned into daily resistance for a little bit here, and now we're trying to break back up. I would be careful in this space because that's a major area. You also, if I put my weekly in here, right here is your breakout trigger. On the weekly, it's sitting right on top of it again. So we broke out of it, came up, and now we broke back down to that key support for the weekly, the last week of the candle. So right now we're still sitting pretty good for this to run up, but this could roll on over and start breaking on down and start testing these weekly lows. So we'll just have to kind of pay attention and kind of see what's going on. We're going into the week here, so things could be not quite as good as we like. But that's about it, guys, for the recap. And we will see you in the next one. Like and subscribe. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.